Hi everyone, Monica Morgan here. Thanks for stopping by my YouTube channel. Today I've got a great design project for you. I made 2 cards with some ink blending, heat embossing, all the fun stuff. And right there I'm just doing some ink blending with some Distress Oxide inks from Tim Holtz. And that is the stamp set, the star of the show. I am considering doing a new series called 10 Cards from One Stamp. Let me know what you think. This one is called Love Always, and it came from one of Simon Says Stamps card kit of the month. So I'm going to be stamping with VersaFine Onyx Black ink. I like that ink because it's sticky. It stays wet long, and that's baby powder to stop the embossing powder from sticking to the yellow panel. So I'm stamping both sides. I turned it around and got both sides stamped. And that's clear embossing powder. It looks white, but it will be melted and it'll become clear and give it an embossed look. So, and that's the magic, the heat embossing. It actually melts the plastic and it has to get hot enough. There it goes. It's starting to go. Isn't that so cool how that works? It's kind of raised. It is raised. It gives it a nice texture, embossing. And because it gives it a raised texture, some people use it as a resist, like for watercoloring. And you can kind of do it with Copics too. It did resist. But basically all I'm doing is laying down a base color for each flower first. I'm coloring the whole flower. And then I'm going in where the darker areas are. And the artist kind of illustrates that for you already. This stamp set is dense. So there's not a lot of open space to color, is what I mean by that. So you have to be really careful with the lighter spaces because you'll color over them if you're not careful. And I added a color, I can't talk this morning. I added a couple more hues, not Howard's, just regular hues. And the only thing is that Copics can get very expensive. And trust me, I'm not rich. These were gifted to me. I got a set of 72. But I have seen alcohol markers much less expensive in stores. Even Michael's, I found some Artist Loft ones, I think. And then I saw some at Tuesday Morning, too. It was like a whole set of 12 for a very reasonable price. So look around for alcohol markers. And also there's plenty of other things that you can use. You don't have to have Copics, but they are fun. And now I want to make the most out of my work. So I'm cutting that in half so I can get 2 cards for the price of 1. And here's a little game for you. Guess how many backgrounds I went through before I decided on the one I wanted? I'll let you know at the end of the video. So I decided on a dark navy, almost like a blue jean color, and I cut it in half so I could make my 2 cards. And that paper is from Simon Says Stamp. It's very, very thick. I like how this is coming together. And I'm pulling through my stamps. I'm looking for a corner embellishment. I get a lot of my stamps from the local dollar store near me. Again with the baby powder, way too much. But I am using the same Onyx Black ink as I did before because it's nice and sticky. But this time I'm using gold embossing powder. And I got this at Michael's. It's their Recollections brand, and it works just great for me. And again, with the baby powder. I don't have a baby either. And I'm adding one of the sentiments that came in the stamp set. It's just beautiful handwriting. I think it's actually called lettering. You can tell it's Christina Warner's. So I put the embossing powder on there, and then I'm going to heat emboss both the corners and the sentiments. So I'm just getting everything all ready. So pretty. And they got warped just a little bit. I don't know if it was from so much heat embossing or what, but in order to fix that, I'm going to use some foam and attach it to the back of both of those panels. And I use double-sided tape because it's the best thing I find for foam. Sometimes I have a hard time with foam. I've tried glue, but I like the double-sided tape better, and I might change my mind tomorrow. So I get all of that done, and now would be a really good time to subscribe. I am really, really liking these cards. I made these a while ago. I don't know why I didn't ever finish the video. I think one thing led to another, and it got farther and farther pushed behind because it was a stamp set from, gosh, it might be back in February. But isn't that the prettiest thing you ever saw in your whole darn life? Now let's go check out how many card bases I went through before I finally decided on the navy blue one. Okay, we're ready? 1, 2, how many do you think? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Thought about that one for a minute. 8, 9. Okay, how about some solid black paper? 10. That's it. Then I found the navy blue.